What was the name of the weapon in Dante's Swords Rebellion? Lucifer. Dante's Swords. He's got 3 arms. Rebellion, Gilgamesh, and Lucifer. Oh yeah, Lucifer. The little tiny swords, Lucifer. Well, not really swords, they're more like needles, but yeah, Lucifer. Once Devil May Cry 4 comes out, I'm going to be playing that so much. It's a game that I'm really rusty at, and I've been going back to it, but I'm really rusty at the combat in that game. But I've been practicing over the last month or so, just to get myself prepared. Even though I know it's going to be coming out for a couple of months yet, I just want to really get back into that game. The combat is phenomenal in that game. It's kind of a shame. I mean, this DmC was the redemption of this game. Definitive Edition was to really show what this game can do, but they didn't really add much. And I'm like, you guys were close, but you know, it's nothing terrible. It's not terrible by at all. Yeah, that's what I thought, because we were supposed to be like the new little needle thing, but all he has is just shoot. I'm like, oh well, okay. There's no real incentive to be creative with Kabooie that much. It's very much aim and shoot and then explode. Like I said, it's not terrible. Some people really enjoy it, but that's personally not something I'm too interested in. What the fuck? Did you see that? I got stuck in the middle. Yeah, DmC's combat's amazing. It's the best combat hack and slash game, bar none. I've played as many as I can. Beautiful Joy, Bayonetta, God Hands. I was like one of the few people that bothered to try and do Metal Gear Rising, and I've made a combo video on it and it got loads of views. But just Devil May Cry 4 is just the best that you will get. You'll never find another combat system like that. It's like the pinnacle of fighting. Oh, I've got a really cool idea for a combo. Yeah, and it didn't happen. Rocket punch. The thing is, I don't think they had much time to work. I can't say, oh, this and that when I don't know what the process of it, but I would think that they didn't have much time to work on this, but I really kind of wish that the combat was really just pushed a lot more. Yeah, Platinum Games are like, they know what they're doing with a very in-depth system. If you go onto, I hate to plug myself, I didn't mean it's my own Twitch video, but if you go onto YouTube and type in Metal Gear Rising combo video, you'll see my one up there. Not many people explored that game, but it really had its combat, but it wasn't anything amazing. That was also a missed opportunity as well, and the ability to not change on the fly. That was kind of my issue. It's like, you guys were close, but you can't change weapons on the fly. Yeah, I'd like to see another Devil May Cry game. I'd also just like to see another game that isn't necessarily Devil May Cry, but with a very fun combat system. I mean, I've got Bayonetta 2, I bought that and it's amazing, but I'd like to see Platinum Games just go at it again.
That's one generator.
Yeah, God of War actually has a really good combat system. I'm not
Power conduits with the corresponding server.
too into the God of War combat system, but I watch a lot of the combo videos, and there's a lot of really good people out there that play it. It's actually quite surprising as well. Like I know nothing about the combat system for God of War, but it's definitely a very underrated hack and slash game. It has a very nice mechanic system, but something I'm completely uneducated on. I had a bogey as well. I got like a bogey. Ninja Gaiden's got a decent combat system as well. It's a really fun combat system. That's one I can kind of play, but I'm going to be honest, I just played it for the challenge. But yeah, that's always a really nice combat system. Darksiders as well. Wow, Darksiders is probably the most underrated combat system. And not a lot of people played that game. That you could. I mean, a lot of people play God of War and it gets the attention, but a lot of people know how to play God of War properly. And then you get people that just completely ignore Darksiders, and Darksiders is the most best hidden gem you will probably find of any hack and slash. I highly recommend you people on YouTube. That community really needs its support. There's a lot of really great combat system, an amazing combat system within that game. Very good, very in depth, and really fun to watch. Just not many people watched it. Not many people gave it a chance, or they just didn't really bother to learn it. It's like I'm one of the few people that bothered to learn Metal Gear Rising, but not a lot of people managed to. Not a lot of people bothered to learn Darksiders, which is a shame because, like I said, it was made by Trag 13 is the combat designer for that, and that guy really knows his stuff. Hopefully that guy gets something good, because he's very talented. He knows it's cool to have a community of people like that in it. Yeah, Darksiders is a great game. Just a great game in general, but the combat system is there for those who really want to get into it. And I mean, it's a very in-depth, fun combat system. And I just died, didn't I? Platinum Games bought Darksiders. Yeah. Vigil. The guys who make it, Vigil. Yeah, I mean, I'm not too sure what's going to happen, but I think Darksiders is very. In terms of story, I'm not too sure. I mean, I actually played Darksiders for the story. I think it's got a really good story. I really like the characters. I like the setting. But I'm not too sure what's going to happen with the story, because it might get completely pooed on. But the combat will be fun. There's one bonus.
That's 2 online, Virgil.
Good. Rebooting.
Shall I line it up?
Can you combo the red enemies fluently?
Or
Nope.
you can get the other generators
Again,
online.
this game was such a missed opportunity. I mean, I don't mean to put you off the game, because I know you said you was going to buy it, but you cannot combo enemies in this. You can combo the blue ones because you can use Aquila and Osiris, but you cannot combo. You cannot combo with the red weapons still. They're still just. It doesn't quite work. And one of the biggest things about this in terms of changes was that you're able to use any coloured weapon on any coloured enemy. You cannot combo with those. It's really annoying. Again, it's like I don't think I thought what they meant was you can do prop shredder, an Osiris weapon on a red enemy and it will launch. But no, that's just not the case. You just do damage and that's it. They don't get launched. It's like I don't know if they listen to the feedback properly, but that's kind of what everybody wants. Or at least in my case, that's what we wanted. It wasn't to do damage, it was to make sure we can keep our combo system going. And the combo system still carries on, but you can't juggle. so air combat is useless, and at that point it's like, oh well, you may as well just not change anything then. Wow, wow. So what the heck did they do then? I'll show you. If I come across another enemy, you'll see what I mean. It's a real letdown, a huge letdown. It's like they misread the feedback or something. And I don't mean to sound insulting to the developers at all. No, not at all. But it's like that's kind of not what we wanted. We weren't asking for that. I could see that coming. They also said as well that Devil Trigger doesn't launch enemies, but yet here I am launching an enemy in the air with Devil Trigger. I'm not too sure what happened there, but apparently that wasn't the case. They took that out, and yet you can still launch enemies. I'm really not too sure what happened, but some of the stuff, again, I'll wait for Gregoman's changelog to come out, but I'm a little bit confused because I know that Devil Trigger was nerfed. Okay, so here's a red and a blue enemy, and I'm just gonna get rid of the red one because it's just gonna be annoying to fight against. So here's a blue enemy, and I can combo it like I could normally. But if I use a red weapon, you'll see they don't take any hit stun. You just keep pounding on them, but they don't take any hit stun. You just do damage.
Another in the bag.
Any problems?
Would I like to do combos on those rats? That was breaking the combos. Yeah, I know. They combo break. They pop out the combo. I mean, so you can see there. I could still essentially combo the blue one, but it doesn't take any hit stun, so it doesn't react. If it doesn't react, I can't do a launch, and if you can't do a launch, then air combat's irrelevant. You still eventually end up using the coloured weapons again, which kind of defeated the whole point of what we wanted. Like, so what I wanted was that you could do, so say for example there's a red enemy in front of me, so I got hair on my mouth. So say for example there's a red enemy in front of me, I could do a Cyrus prop shredder, and I would be able to juggle it, but because the red enemy won't take any hit stun or be launched, I'm just going to carry on using my red weapon, and it's just not going to be fun. It just does damage, that's all it does, damage, no hit stun or anything else. And it's like, wow, you didn't quite catch what we were wanting, but oh well, your game. But yeah, it's definitely a massive, like come on guys. Disappointment. Because in the end, we're still going to eventually just use the same weapons. We're going to use those coloured weapons. It kind of didn't really solve anything at that point. I don't even know what I bought, but I don't really care at this point. I've got all the kind of moves that I want. Again, at least it still keeps the flow of the game going, but it's not what I wanted for a combat system in Devil May Cry. Basically, oh, I died. That killed the game, man. Basically, yeah. I wouldn't say it killed the game. That's a very strong thing to say. It's still got its combat system, but it's just like, come on, guys. Like, I thought that after 2 years, that's kind of what we wanted. it was an issue. It was a complaint with the original Devil